This video will briefly cover structural tags in HTML. Now, every website that you visit that's been professionally done will usually have or be divided into sections, and they will usually have one section that's called the header. And that's up here. It has the main logo of the site. And it also, if the main logo doesn't contain the name of the site, it also might have the name of the site. And then we have our navigation links as well. Now, navigation links are not links to other sites, they're links to navigate this site. So these links all should be linking to BYU Hawaii's website. Then we have our main content section right here. Now, the main content might be divided up into other sections, but every website usually has the main content of the page. That's basically the reason why you're visiting this page is to see the content here. And then at the bottom, we have a footer. And a footer just has a couple of links. Not most people that visit the web page aren't going to go down here and look at these links, but they have the copyright, and they also have social media links, maybe links to things that are similar to them, and also maybe a jobs link, like a human resources where you can find jobs to work for the company. And that's the kind of information that you would put in the footer. So every website is kind of divided into those main sections. Now, to make your website user-friendly, you usually have the same header, the same navigation, and the same footer on every page, and only the main content on the page changes as you visit different pages within the site. So if you click on Student Life, notice my header is still the same. Look, the main content changed, but we still have the same footer at the bottom. So that's exactly what you want for a website to be user-friendly. Now, one thing also, notice my navigation stayed the same. The links are in the same position. They didn't shuffle around. We didn't take the student life link that I clicked on and put it at the beginning and take the about link and move it over. That actually really confuses users because sometimes they're like, okay, I'll go to this link, then I'll check out this link, then I'll check out this link. And if you switch them all around, you say, okay, I'm going to check out this link first, then you check out that link, and now this one moves over there, then they really get lost. The navigation is designed to help users navigate your website. So make sure on your sites that you do not switch around your navigation as you click on different pages. You want them to be in the same order. Now, another little nice thing to do is maybe highlight the link you're on. You see they put this little line here that highlights that link. That is also something that helps people navigate your site because they can see where they are. Now, just to show you how you accomplish that, you have these structural tags. You have the header tag, you have a nav tag, which is short for navigation. We have a main tag, and we have a footer tag. Now, there are some other structural tags like article and section. Now, it's important that the main tag does not go inside of an article or a section. It's the main content. Now, this is where things change on a page. All of the rest of it should kind of stay the same. Now, a couple of things might change, like the title might change, and you might change your navigation a little bit to highlight a link, but remember, don't shuffle the links around. It's better just to keep it the same than to move the link number 2 when they click on link number 2 to make it first and make link number 1 second. So don't shuffle these links around. So you'll want to use these tags in your portfolio page. And then the only thing that should change as you go to different pages, which you don't have to do for the portfolio page, but as you add more pages, you will have more links and go to different pages. You will only change the content that is in between the two main tags. Now, of course, one option could be to take the nav tag and put it inside of the header tag. That's totally okay, but it's probably not okay to put your main content inside of the header tag or the footer tag. Now, let's say that we want every page to stay the same. So if you create a new page, what you probably want to do is take this page, copy and paste it, and then change this and maybe the title. But if you have like 100 pages and now you decide you want to change your navigation link on all 100 pages, then that means you have to edit 100 pages, and that's not going to be very much fun. So there is a way that we can use PHP to help create kind of a template so that we have all of this, all of our stuff that stays the same in one file, and then we have lots of files that have the main content. So basically, we want to divide this page into 3 sections. We want the top section right here. Notice I include the main tag in that. Then we have the main content section, and then we have the bottom section right there. So you can see I've created 2 files, one called header.php and one called footer.php, and then we have our main page right here. So what we can do is we can take all of this out, and I'm just going to cut it out and have that on my clipboard. And now in my header.php, I'll just paste it all in. So it's from the main tag up, I have all of that. And now let's do the same thing for my footer. I'm going to take all of this, including the closing main tag. I'm going to cut all of that out, and I'm going to put that in my footer, just like that. So now, and I'll make sure I save those changes on all 3 files. So now if I go visit my first page, of course, all I'm going to have is main content goes here. And you see, that's all I have. And even when we view our page source right here, all we have is main content goes here. There's no tags. But what we can do on this page is include the header and include the footer. And that's like a way to use our program to do an automatic copy and paste. So here I've gone into PHP mode and I'm going to use the include. Now this assumes that my first.php and my header.php are saved in the same folder. So you can see I have the footer.php, my header.php, and also my first.php all saved in the same folder. And now that I have all of those saved in the same folder, if I go visit my site, I can see that I have my H2 tag, my header, and I have my links and my footer on this page. And when I view the page source, if we refresh that, you notice we have all of those links and combined together in one page. Now, if I want to create a second page, all I need to do is create a new file, and I'm going to call this second.php. And it already exists, so normally it doesn't, so I'll just go ahead and edit the one that I already have, and we'll just take it all out, and we'll do the same thing. Now you can see I have my includes, and I have the second page, and I'll save the changes, and now going here, we can see our cool page right here, and then I can put second page right there, and now everything's the same except for this main content. Now I'm just going to update these links to link to each other. This one will be the first link and that will be the second link. Now I have 2 pages that have these same links on it, but the good thing is all I have to do is go to my header page and I can change this to first and this to second, and go ahead and change where the link goes to, first.php. And we'll call this one second.php. And now we refresh. And notice they changed on this page and they changed on the first page. So I only have to edit one page and it changes the navigation bar on every page in my site. And that's really nice because if we have 100 pages and we want to change the navigation, we don't want to edit all 100 pages. It's nice to have the navigation all inside of one page, so we just need to change it once. Now this is totally optional, but what if you want to change the title on each page so that it, maybe says first page of the cool site and second page of the cool site? Well, what we can do is we can turn this into a function. So we'll enter into PHP mode and we'll turn it into a function. So you can see I entered into PHP mode. I create this function called print header that takes in one parameter, which is the title. And then I have an opening curly brace, and now I get out of PHP mode. And then down at the bottom, I have my closing curly brace for my function. So this is a curly brace for this right there. Okay. And then now that it passed in the title, instead of always printing cool site, what we can do, we can put a bar right there, and we can enter into PHP mode right here, and we can print our title right there. And that way each page can have its own unique title. So now if I refresh, my header disappears. So why did my header disappear? Well, because really the header now just defines a function. I have to call that function on my page. So after I include the header, I just need to call print header and pass in my title. And I'm going to pass in first on this page. And now that I do that, if I refresh, let's go back to my first page and I refresh. You can see that my title says first, and then we have the bar cool site. So now, and when I click on my second, it doesn't have it, so I have to go edit my second page to call that function. And this time I'll call the title second and save that change. And now we'll go back here, and now we have the first page and the second page, and notice the titles are different. You can do something similar to highlight the navigation link, maybe pass in what link you want to highlight in your navigation into your header as well, so you can take in another parameter and do some logic down here to make sure that link gets highlighted.